and welcome back to another episode of Making Sense of the World. This episode comes in the wake of the yearly outcry against pollution that occurs around the Diwali festive season in North India. While crackers burning is a big part of the problem, bigger cause over the last decade has been the burning of paddy stubble that is left after reaping the rice crop, which is colloquially termed parali burning. This additional pollution load from stubble burning tipped the scales heavily towards the hazardous air quality index, even reaching 1000 for some days. So, in this episode, we will be discussing this burning issue, which requires us to rethink paddy farming in the first place. Historically, a series of policies such as free electricity, subsidized fertilizers, and ever-increasing minimum support prices led to the growth of paddy. So, the percentage of paddy growing area increased fivefold, from 6.5% in 1970 to 71 to 35% in 2009. This has resulted in rice emerging as one of the most important staple for the Indian populace. For instance, last year, India produced 112 million tons of rice, which is more than a third of the total food grain production, 284.83 million tons. This was at the expense of maize, oilseeds, and pulses. This over-reliance on rice has resulted in a lopsided focus on rice, which might have solved the problem of hunger but has been at the cost of wholesome nutrition, as Indian diet remains woefully short of protein-rich pulses. Paddy has been firmly entrenched in Punjab and Haryana and has caused waterlogging, leaching of pesticides and chemicals, stagnated yield levels, and more. Methane emissions due to paddy also promote climate change. In 2009, the Preservation of Subsoil Water Act required the farmers to delay planting of paddy by 1 month with the intention of aligning the sowing time with the monsoon rain, so as to reduce the dependence on groundwater, which was earlier pumped by using the free electricity supplied to farmers. This reduced the time available to plant the winter crop after paddy is harvested. As the manual labor got expensive and even ineffective, as it required more time to clear it, paddy stubble burning started. Instead of again questioning and abandoning it in favor of other crops, short-term solutions for paddy are being offered, such as buying straws, putting up biomass power plants, different types of harvesters, etc. Enormous capital is logged into these machines for a few weeks of work. It's time to address the stubble burning problem not with more government sops to paddy, but by encouraging farmers in Punjab and Haryana to shift to different crops such as orchards and horticulture, which are also high-value crops of short and long duration. If the incentives and the sops are withdrawn, paddy will not be an economically viable crop anyway in Punjab and Haryana. Crop diversification program, already in place since 2013, is in favor of alternative crops like pulses, oilseeds, maize, cotton, quinoa, guava, mango, pears, horticulture, and agroforestry plantation needs to be further strengthened. Paddy and these other crops need to be compared in terms of water requirements, fertilizers and pesticide consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, growing period, labor, MSP, cost of cultivation, cost of producing including investment, market price, income per unit area, and food consumption patterns, etc. Government policies and incentives should create a level playing field. Let the best crop that enhances the farmer's income win. So let's begin with fundamentals and ask the right questions. Why is paddy so important? Why should the Subsoil Water Act not be reviewed? Why can't Punjab and Haryana go for higher valued crops? Why should we spend government money on a crop that leads to so much pollution? These are questions we should grapple with. There are only a few months to act before the next season comes around in May 2021, and unless the government addresses this problem, we would again repeat this cycle next. That's all for today, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.